What's crack-a-lackin'? Wages world, what's happening, my people? How you guys doing tonight? Wanted to pop on here real quick and let you guys know what's up. Somebody give me a 5 for 5 in there when you guys get this. And we'll go ahead and do the daggone things, you know what I mean. Jelly bean on the string. So, yeah, let me get a 5 for 5 in there first before I move forward here. Anybody here yet? Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jump into it. I seen that Adam's going live right now too, I guess. He doesn't typically go this early, but so I'll try to kind of get into this, and we'll go that direction with it, and just kind of, I don't want to buzz through it, but I'll just get straight to the point tonight, guys. That way we can all get over there, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. Probably a lot more important than what I'm going to be talking about. So, which is why I always tell you guys, you can come back and watch me on replay. So, but I do appreciate everybody that's here. Also, guys, I will be doing a members only tomorrow. I'm going to schedule that for tomorrow, members only live stream. So anybody that's a member, please look for that to be posted. I'm not sure exactly what time yet, but I am definitely doing one tomorrow. And I've got my schedule where I can now, I'm pretty set now. So moving forward from today, I'll be able to really get on a good schedule like I was before. So that's just what I'll say. Now I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it, guys, and we'll get to the information. If anybody has any questions, I'll stop and ask a little bit later. And again, guys, I'll be doing a members only tomorrow. So if you're not a member and you want to be, we have a lot of fun when we do them. I'm going to go back to doing them once a week. That way we can have some fun together. We don't talk about space weather over there, just about us and just having a good time. Probably play some games, give away some cards, those kinds of things. I won't put anything behind a paywall, especially if it's important, just so you guys understand that. All right, so we had an X-Flare, guys, and it came from right here. It's directly in front of us. Yeah, they don't come any more centered. And actually, it's kind of a cumulative effort here between these two. It actually flared twice, really close together, and then we had another one that was really there was an eruption over here on the backside. You can see it right here, kind of barely. It's getting ready to fly right there, boom. Okay, and then we have one over here. All this stuff is happening at the same time. So, yeah. And thanks, guys, for being here. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to try to stay a little bit more focused, because that last video I did, guys, I was pretty embarrassed of it, to be honest with you. I almost pulled it down. I was all over the place. I just couldn't, for whatever reason that day, I couldn't get my mind to just focus, and I was saying hi to everybody too much and all that. So I'm going to try not to do that tonight. So this X-Flare right here, it immediately, on the day side of the planet, that's what it's going to affect the most. Okay? This is the 131 angstrom. This is from our point of view, from SDO Satellite. It's a satellite in low Earth orbit. It's in geosynchronistic orbit also, which means it is over the same part of our planet at all times. So it's basically orbiting the Earth at the same rate that we are rotating, 15 degrees an hour. So what that does is it causes it to stay over basically the Eastern Pacific. And I've shown it to you guys before, and it's a figure 8 pattern. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I am working on some things there too. I'm going to be I'm adding some stuff. So I'll just say that. I'm not going to get into detail on that tonight. But yeah, so it's right here is where the X-Flare itself came from, and it happened right around 21 or 22, I think, 100 hours. But I seen something interesting here. This was interesting to me. Let me back this off so you guys can see it better. So if I do this, let me back it off a little bit more. So watch what this thing does, okay? So if I'm moving forward here, watch the satellite shake. Daggone it. I did not want to do that. Oh my Lord, help me. Anyway. Watch the shadow. See that? See how I got blurry right there? I'll back it up again, and I'll be able to show it to you a little bit better here. Let me do that. So I'll back this up a little bit. Now watch it get blurry again. When it gets blurry, that means the satellite's moving. See that? So that happened, and then wasn't too long after that, there's the flares. Okay? So right there, it's getting blurry. Now, why am I even talking about this? Because the satellite's here. The X-flare hadn't happened yet, so that was not caused by the X-flare. Most likely, it was just some high-speed solar wind. So that's what I'll say. It's not a big deal. I only mention it because inevitably somebody will be out there making a big deal about that. That is simply just a coincidence. So, yeah. Anyway, so right is the start of the X-flare right there. Okay, it gets brighter. Now, these are communicating sunspots. They're communicating with one another. This one flared, and then this one almost immediately right behind it. Oops. Flared. Okay? So, basically, the combination of those two is really what got us to X-flare range. Okay? So, whatever that means to you, we're still getting the same amount of X-ray, same amount of radiation from it. But it wasn't just from one sunspot. It was from two smaller ones. Well, this is kind of the bigger one. What's funny is, guys, if you guys see my thumbnail earlier tonight, I had this thing posted a couple hours ago, and I said, hey, we're X-flare watch, because I was looking at this sunspot, and Dr. Tony Phillips was also talking about it over here on spaceweather.com. Go over there and check it out. He's actually still got this posted. Look, potentially dangerous sunspot 4114 is directly facing Earth. It has an unstable Delta-class magnetic field. Okay, that's what he's saying. And the NOAA forecasters estimate a 75% chance of M-class, and they're saying a 30% chance of X-flares. That's been up there about half the day. I put it in my thumbnail. I changed my thumbnail and my title because right when I was getting ready to come in here to get ready to go live, I seen it had X-flared already. So, yeah, it's, and it was a X1. It was not a very, in terms of X-flares, it wasn't the most powerful thing you've ever seen. Okay? So, I'll just say it that way. It's still very, very significant. I mean, we've had a bunch of decent ones here, and this sunspot that I'm talking about has been pretty hyperactive. It's been, flaring quite a bit. It took a break here for about a day and a half. That's what I'll say on that. Hey, Miss B, what's up, guys? Hey, Renee, good to see you guys. And I know this isn't my normal time, so I do apologize for that. And I know I everything kind of got all whopper-jawed here on me, and I just didn't do it the way I wanted to. Notifications probably didn't go out right and the whole bit. So if you guys could, please share this for me. Give me a roll call in there too. That actually helps too. I like to see where you guys are from. This kind of regional. I don't need to know exactly where you're at, but let me know round about where you're at, and we'll go from there. It actually helps get the video out too. So what we're going to do, I'm going to back this off here a little bit, and what we're going to do is I'm going to take a look at some of these other ones, and we got this big old coronal hole that's getting ready to affect us also. Okay, we're already being affected by this. This thing is huge. That is a very deep, large coronal hole. It's one of those things that is just like, wow. Almost the whole southern hemisphere. We've been dealing with this coronal hole down here, and it's the same coronal hole that's been around the sun like 10 times now. So that's just what I'll say there. But I'm trying to figure out if this X-flare blew a CME. So we want to see where it flares, and it doesn't look like it did. Okay? It doesn't look very significant if it did. Now I will say this. If it did flare, or if it did have a CME after it flared right here, then it would be coming, it's going to hit us. But it doesn't look like it, okay? And let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and move this back. You're not going to see a whole lot of distortion after this thing shows you the flare. Watch. There's a satellite moving, and then right there's the flare, and you don't see a whole lot. Okay, there was a little bit. So what I'm telling you is, if it did have a CME with this, it doesn't look like it's going to be a very big one. And that happens sometimes. This is one of the things that the Carrington event really helped us with. We were able to just, to figure out that a flare and a CME are two different things. Flare is basically X-ray radiation, and CME is plasma, right? It takes time to get here. A flare is here in 8 minutes. It's moving at the speed of light. So whatever effects, that's going to happen. It's going to happen as soon as it happens, and I can't give you any kind of warning for that. Now with the CME, yes, I can. And that's why I was looking for that. And I don't see any evidence here as of right now with the models not really being updated all the way yet. In other words, it hasn't been enough time for them to give us any kind of lengthy modeling on this yet, because it just happened. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. Now, but this right here, we're going to be dealing with this high-speed wind for a while. That solar wind that's going to come out of that's the atmosphere of the sun that's peeled back. It's dark because the surface of the sun is actually colder than the atmosphere. Again, I've talked about this numerous times, and it's one of those things where it's just doing what it does, and it's also one of those things that they're trying to figure out. They don't know why. They got some really good ideas, and I've seen some really good theories. And they had the satellite, the Parker probe went out there and kissed the sun, right? It's been in the atmosphere, I think, now twice, maybe 3 times, and got into the atmosphere of the sun getting data. And they got some really good theories after that one. But they're starting to figure that out, and it is kind of puzzling if you think about it. Why is the surface of the sun colder than the atmosphere? You wouldn't think that would be the case in most situations, but it is. So the darker colors are colder on this imaging. This is ultraviolet imaging. They could give this whatever color they wanted. The 211 angstrom, which is the wavelength of light, that isn't necessarily purple. It's only purple because they made it purple. Okay? So, again, I'll just leave that at that. Now, let me, I do want to show you guys this, well, I guess what I'll do, as this thing is, let's come here to the colorized, and what I'll do, well, that booted quick. I didn't expect it to boot that quick, so we'll just do this now then. This is that sunspot, and you're seeing polarity here, right? So when they're talking about a harboring delta class energy, that's basically saying, hey, if it flares, it could have enough to shoot an X flare, which is what it did. Now, what makes it a little bit more dangerous is the fact that when they start mixing, okay, the reds and blues, the polarity here, that's when they become active. They get reconnection points. So positive and negative, when they hit each other, they connect, right? So when it reconnects there, that's when it flares. So when we start seeing these things unstabilized, that's what we're talking about. The colors start mixing, the polarities start mixing, and if it's a stable sunspot, kind of like this one down here, see how far apart they are? That's got very little chance of flaring right now, unless something happens up here to distort things, okay? But this one flared, and then when this one flared, then finally this one up here did too, right after it. So that's what it looks like currently. You can see the blues and reds just mixing. That definitely is one of those things, So anyway, let me, let's take you, and again, guys, this is seeds, and I don't think we're going to get any kind of, I'll be surprised if we see a big CME out of this. I really will. I don't think we are. This isn't picking anything up yet, okay? This is a CME detector, and it's not picked anything up since 1800, and that flare happened at 2100, I think. Okay? We also had another M-class flare shortly after. So, yeah, this thing is getting active. They're going to change the forecast here, I promise. Okay? They weren't really expecting that right this second. But we also had a CME earlier, and I had that in my thumbnail before I had to change it. So, here is the Enlil model. This is the official NOAA. This is the official space weather forecast. So, this model is top down. The Earth is this green line, the conditions of it. And it gives us 2 days historic data, and it forecasts out 5 days. Okay, the forecast 5 days out is too far in my opinion. It's never the same. They always change it, which is good. They change it when the model gets better data and it becomes more accurate, right? So, did I miss the roll call in there? Panhandle of Texas. What's up, Jenny? What's happening? Looks like, yeah, kind of does, doesn't it? Grumpy face. Jimmy Crickets. Yep, big one, huh? Ready now? Oh, man. Northeast Nevada. What's up, John Price? What's going on? Miss Dragon is in the hizzy. Thank you for being here. My mods are awesome, just so you know. Miss B, good to see you. Renee, great to see you. I'm glad you're here. John in the spirit, what's happening, my brother? Good to see everybody. Hey, Pedro, what's happening? Good to see everybody. Hey, Leo. I see you're responding. Yeah, it's responding today, Mark. What's happening, bud? Not so well known. Northeast Ohio, baby. That's right. Ivy Randall Gooch, what's happening? The giant hole in the atmosphere. Yeah, it is. Exactly. I mean, guys, this coronal hole is not I mean, they don't get any bigger than this. I'm sorry, they typically don't. This is one of the biggest ones I've seen. Now, when they look a little bit more impressive when they're oriented north-south, vertical here, because they'll cross equatorial regions and it looks like it covers more of the sun, and it really doesn't. This is a very large coronal hole. Okay, and what I can do for you guys is probably even give you what we'll do is we'll go over here to Helio Viewer. Well, you know what? Let me finish up my thought over here before I forget. We had a CME earlier that is supposed to hit us. Okay, it came from a smaller eruption, but it was right out and it is coming at us. So right here is about the time it erupted. There was one here too that's not going to hit. See how it's kind of going way north? So it's right, you know, it's kind of there. Anyway, let's just go this way with it. So here we go. There was a couple of them. See that? So you can see this is Earth. So it's, you know, east-west, it's kind of giving us a side swipe. North-south, kind of the same thing. But that's what they're showing you here. That's why you're seeing an uptick here. Okay? Now, if it is exactly how this is showing us right now, this is not going to be that big of a deal. I'll keep you guys updated on it, but as of right now, I'm not seeing much. Okay? We'll just have to wait and see. Okay. So, let's, now, this is the radio blackout, right? This happens when on the day side of the planet during flares. So, this is the area that it affected the most. Right out in the middle of the water, right? Hawaii was right on there. Kathy, you probably got that. Hey, Mama Bear, what's happening? Alrighty. So, look what's happening right there. Boom. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, Hawaii took it right on the head, Kathy. I'm sure you probably, if you guys are out there using any kind of ham radio operations or even your GPSs sometimes can get jacked up over these. So, yeah. But it affects mainly the day side of the planet, the flare part does. And then we got to look at see if there's CMEs, and I've already shown you that there really wasn't one with this. But you can see right here on the end how we're getting an uptick again, and that's from this other little flare right here. Okay? So that's the effects that X-flare gave us. You know, I haven't really seen too many reports on any kind of bad radio blackouts or anything like that. But make no mistake, there was. It's like that every time. The bands probably got really, really noisy. It probably got really hard to communicate. And first responders use that kind of communication, guys. That's why I talk about it. All right, so here's our the sun. Here's that same sunspot. This is Earth scale. Look. See how big those sunspots are? And it's not even that huge of a sunspot. So, yeah. Now, let me change that to, I'm going to take this to SDO, and I'm going to change it to extreme ultraviolet. And we're going to look at the 211, and I'm going to show you guys Earth scale in this sunspot and this coronal hole. Look at this thing. If this doesn't put it into perspective for you, I don't know what will. Look how much bigger this coronal hole is than Earth. I wouldn't even begin to be able to tell you how many Earths would fit inside that. It's amazing. So, it's a big one. And that means that we, anything flowing out of that for the past 4 or 5 days is coming our direction. Not all of it's going to hit us, but some of it will. It just will. But yeah. Hey, Tasha, what's up? Stop, say hi to everybody here one more time. Hey, Dan, what's up? Buddy Zoom, what's happening? Oh, is it going on and off in Niagara? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it's big, isn't it, Dan? It's pretty big. Hey, little peanuts, what's up? Well, thank you, little peanuts. I appreciate that. Really do. Thank you. Guys, we're going to have some fun tomorrow. I'm going to give away some cards tomorrow in my members only. And I might even give away a deck or two here on this regular stream. But I'm going to try to make it a little bit fun for everybody. There's so much serious stuff going on in the world right now. I'm even finding it hard to kind of, I don't know. It's just hard, to stay positive. I'm sorry I'm even saying that. I don't even like saying that out loud, but it just is what, hey, there we go. Hey, Renee, thank you. Remember, for 13 months, baby. Thank you for using it. Hey, guys, everybody gets that free super chat if you're a member. Every month you get a free super chat. Use it. I like to hear from you guys. Thank you guys for being members and stuff. I really do appreciate that. Helps me and my family more than I could ever tell you. And I do, like I said, guys, my schedule's starting to slow down some. So I'm going to get a lot more, I'll be doing a lot more streaming. And I'll be on more of a rigid schedule for you guys too. I'll be more consistent. It isn't blowing by me that I have not been very consistent for the past couple months. I mean, yeah, it's been bad. So just know that I am working on it, and I do think that I'm finding a pocket right now to where I'm going to be able to figure something out, and it's going to just kind of stay consistent for us. And we all, it's better for all of us when I do find something like that, because then you guys know pretty much every day when I'm going to be here. And for the past few months, I haven't been able to give you guys that. And I do apologize. It's my fault, not yours at all. It's nobody's fault but my own. Really not even my fault. I've just been spending time with my family and stuff. But at the same time, yeah. I just want to let you guys know that is something that I am aware of, that I have not been very good at. And I'm working on that. So thank you guys for having the patience with me and sticking around and just allowing me to grow. And allowing me to, come back, and you guys are still here for me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Yeah. We all go through things in our lives and stuff, and sometimes, we just got to be there, right? And you guys have done that for me. And even in the background. So you guys are awesome. I just wanted to say that. So, alright, let's move on. And I'm not going to beat you down over, hey, be a member, hey, super chat this. That's just not something I do. I'm humbled anytime anybody wants to listen to this hillbilly. I'll tell you. Yeah, that's just what I'll say on that. Okay. So, this is our magnetosphere. When we get hit with the CME, this starts to react. This is space weather's effect on our, when solar wind hits our magnetic field, it creates this magnetosphere. It's our protection, right? So that's what we look at. This is magnetic pressure. This is the one that would be most important to most people because we understand pressure, right? So here we go. Now, one of the best ways you guys can help me in the channel is just to share it. Share it and put a like, come back and leave me a comment. Even if it's just a couple emojis, guys. I can't tell you how much more the video gets seen when you guys do that. I need to show that to you one of these days. I will. I'll pick out 2 videos and I'll show you one where I had more comments and then one where I didn't hardly have any. And I'll show you guys the difference in the amount of views it gets. It'll blow your mind how much different it is. I never thought it would be like that, but it is. It's just how the algorithm does it, guys. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't want people to hear what I had to say, right? I think it's pretty dishonest of people to say, well, I don't care at all about that stuff. Oh, come on now. Let's be real. You wouldn't be here if you didn't want to talk to somebody. And you wouldn't be here if you didn't want to talk to everybody, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be your main focus, but it's definitely got to be a part of the equation, guys. I mean, that's how we gauge how we're doing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I always think it's ingenuous when people say, oh, I never look at that stuff at all. Whatever. I used to say the same thing until I figured out, you know what? I was looking at it. Come on now. Let's just be real. It's not something we focus on, but it's something we definitely look at, and we need to. I mean, we're here trying to get this out to as many people as we can, and we want to be the best at what we can do, right? I mean, that's all it's about for me anyway. So anyway, yeah. So let me put this back up here because I think you guys look at that. It just, man, it blows my mind each and every time I see this. How much, just the size of how, you know, in a lot of ways, how insignificant we seem to be. You know what I mean? Hey, Mark Lee. I had a best friend. His name was Mark Lee. He passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. Glad you're here, bud. Glad you're here. Remind me of my good friend, so thank you for that. Put a smile on my face. Just your name being in my chat. See how life works? Just that name being in my chat put a smile on my face. So thank you. I hope everybody can kind of grab hold of those little things like I just did, because that definitely does help. Anyway, I'm trying to stay focused. Come on, quit squirreling, Mark. And guys, there is a lot of stuff going on in our world right now. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend. There is just so much going on. And I don't want to be stuck on all that negativity all the time. I can't allow myself to do that because I get into really bad spots. Did I just see a... Hold on. Wow, I wonder if that was a sundiver. I think I just seen a sundiver, guys. A couple of them. I think I did. There's 2 sundiving comments right here in this frame. Wow. I didn't see that until just now. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's going to be hard to see, just so I'm going to let you all know right now. Okay, let me get to where I was seeing it. Hold on one. Okay, right here. You guys see this where my arrow is right here? Let me back it up. You guys see that right there? That's a comet, guys. Okay, so that's at the turn of the day, right there when it all just started today. We could probably go back to the 16th and see it travel from over here. But we're not going to, so let me back it up some more. Well, I guess I need to go the other way. See it? That's a comet, and then I think I've seen another one right here. Let's see if I can't see it again. Yep. Watch right here. You see this? I'm going to back that up. See that? That's another comet. Those are 2 sundiving comets that I would guess that probably nobody else is seeing. I got an eye for that stuff on this satellite for some reason. I don't know why I see those things so well. I really don't. I don't try. You know, I'm not trying to see that. I was sitting there talking about something else with you guys. And then it just popped out in my face like, oh, what was that? You know, and I seen 2 of them. It's like, what? Hey, Tiger and Z, what's happening? What's a crack-a-lackin'? That's right, baby, that's right. Hey, has anybody seen Genius by Birth? If you guys seen Genius, let me know. I'm worried about... I get worried about people that are here and then they're not for a long time. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure people are okay. If you don't want to watch, fine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about, like, people that I know are almost here every time, and when I don't see them for a couple weeks, I get concerned. I really do. So if you guys know anything about Genius by Birth, if you hear about her or talk to her, tell her to stop in or send me an email. Tell me she's okay. That's all I need to hear. I don't need no details or nothing like that. I just want to make sure people are okay. Is Hilly in here? There he is. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man? You saw a comment under the sink. Did you wash the sink with it? Only people that are 60 years old, like myself, 50 to 60 years old. I'm 50. I turned 50 this year. Will ever know what that means. Hey, Bambi. Hey, I got good news, guys. Listen. If anybody's a Star Wars geek like me, if you just enjoyed Star Wars at all, guess what they're doing? Spaceballs 2. The trailer for that dropped like 2 days ago. It looks hysterical. Mel Brooks is even in it. It's killing me, man. I can't wait. 2027 is when it's supposed to be, the movie's supposed to be out. But yeah. So I can't wait. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Hey, Kay, Prudhomme, what's happening? Hey, Josie. Man, I really hate the fact that Morph is live. I don't like doing that to him at all. Hate that when it wasn't intentional. I really do try to go around when he's going to be live and make sure everybody can be there, you know. I don't want to make people choose. It's not cool. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. So, alright, guys. I ain't got much more here, guys. That's really all I was just going to come on and talk about that and kind of keep it short. So, hopefully I kept it, you know, if you guys got any questions, you could throw them in there at me. But, we're going to keep an eye on this. They put that out as an X-Flare watch. And then all of a sudden, bam, right before I come on, it did X-Flare. My title said that. If anybody's seen it before I changed it. So, hey, Sharon, what's happening? Inbred Wolves, what's up? The Schwartz, yeah, I know. No, I don't remember that one missed. I must have missed that one. Hardware Wars, huh? Yeah, he did go live a bit earlier today, but I think he's live right now, isn't he? I'm pretty sure I just seen a notification come through. Let me check. At 8:30. Yeah, he's live right now, guys. So I didn't know he was going to be doing that. They never go live this early. I thought I was safe to do it, but I guess I wasn't. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. I don't want to ever make any of you guys choose. You know what I'm saying? That sucks. So, yeah. So if you guys want to head over there, please do. Yeah. Hey, Linda. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. I love all you guys. And, hey, guys, if anything else happens or if any of this stuff changes, listen, I'll be on here. You guys know that. I watch this stuff all the time, all day, all night. I can look at the stuff on my phone if I need to and all that. So I will be back tomorrow. You can see here we had an R3. That's an X-Flare. Okay, radio blackout storm. Radio, or R3 radio blackout storm is how we should word that. But, you know, it is what it is. Guys, anybody that's a member, I'm doing a members only tomorrow. I'm probably going to do it before I do my regular live stream. So it's going to be in the evening, late afternoon, evening probably, kind of, sort of. If everything works out fine. So just remember that. I hope everybody can make it because I'm going to try to have some fun tomorrow. Let me see something here real quick. Let me see if I can't. Let's see here. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can't, sometimes I get free memberships to give to you guys. Doesn't look like I have any right now. Let me see this. Sometimes it puts it there. Nope, I don't have any right now. But I will. So as soon as I get some free memberships to give to you guys, I'll be passing them out as quick as I can. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. And, yeah. You know how it goes, right? Let's see if we can't do it right. You know what I'm saying? Hello, all you guys. Thank you guys for kind of stopping through. I really do appreciate it. I know it's kind of a weird time and all that. But just know that moving forward, I'm going to try to go around 9 o'clock every day. That's kind of my goal. So, that's always been the goal. I haven't been very consistent with that. I've been horrible with that the past few months. No question about it. And I do apologize for that. But again, I'm not going to go over all that with you guys again. You guys are probably tired of hearing it. And I apologize for even having to even say it. So, alright guys, God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink